whatever happened to State Assemblyman Chavez, I liked how he came up here because he retired from the military. As soon as I came in his presence, I knew that he had to be a military person because of how he conducted himself. But I want to say a little something, and Judge Burnett's going to come afterwards. We gave a few honors. When I first walked through the building, I had flashbacks. I was a director of a Head Start program in rural Arizona, which then later on I took on other initiatives. But as soon as I went through the classrooms, I also was able to serve evaluating Head Start and early childhood programs throughout the country. And sometimes when I would come, it'd be because we're taking your funding away. Not today. So I thought that this was a phenomenal program. I actually already put stuff on Facebook, but I had flashbacks because the first room that I went into, the 3 and the 5, and then instantly I went into evaluator mode, like how many teachers for the infants and toddlers, and I don't know why I lost myself, but this is an excellent program.
Yes, it is.
And whoever redesigned it, whoever did the modeling of it, and took something that was, I think they said, a Big Lots, and transformed. This is a place of transformation. And when young children come into a place like this, they'll be transformed as well. But one of the things that I've learned in over 27 years in early childhood education, both as a director and through public policy, if the community is not involved, if the parents aren't involved, all the great work that all these staff over here that will do, and the vision, as she gets a little older, they'll turn into dreams because you're still young. They won't be as strong without your leadership and your involvement, especially for the parents and the younger staff that will come. There was a lady who said, I just got my education. She doesn't know she's about to go into her doctorate program by being here. And this is an opportunity for this community to grow so that children can come out of it. And one of the things that we did this year, my mentor, one of the few people that I said is allowed to spiritually and physically spank me, even in my 50s, Dr. Sherry P. Ulmer, we evaluated all of our affiliates throughout the country. And Julie Lowen's organization is one of several affiliates throughout the United States of America, along with 40 affiliates in Australia, 3 African nations, Jamaica, Puerto Rico, and soon Colombia, not university. But Julie put in for a program, and Dr. Sherry Ulmer went ahead and evaluated all and chose 3 agencies. And I wish I had the award, but we already gave it to her. This is one of the innovative agencies that she felt distinguished above all the others on a national level. And it's because of your leadership. And I have a word for her, because if you follow her on Facebook, God bless you. But the word is tenacity with purpose. Tenacity. And I just love your tenacity towards your community. And I think that that's what's going to drive this to be the real role model. I don't know if you know this, but she's gone. I asked her a short notice, I can't go to the Secretary of Education. Can you go in proxy? And what did you do? The very next week, she went to DC on my behalf. And so that's the kind of leadership you have here in San Diego County. And I hope that you know that. And one of the things that she did do, and I don't know if Eddie Baker, because I don't have my glasses on, I think that's him in the back. But she also suggested and looked at her own staff. So going beyond herself, going beyond just the vision for San Diego County, she looked at you as staff, people that she wants to help get the best out of. And we honored Eddie Baker as one of our fathers of the year, as a righteous and upright man. And that's the talent that you've got here. And I hope that you all will support her and grow this out throughout North County because of a leader like her. Judge Burnett?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a privilege to appear here today to talk with you about one of the most important issues in America, and that is the issue of early childhood development and the formation of that value system, that sense of self-worth, that feeling of who they are and what they can become. I was appointed as a United States magistrate at age 34. And when I came home at night, my wife would say, you can wait later for your dinner. Spend 2 or 3 hours with your kids, helping them with their schoolwork and going over it with them. And I did, and I was eating my dinner sometime at 11 o'clock at night. My wife is from California, from Oakland, and a registered nurse with the equivalent of a PhD education. Some people think she's a doctor. Our 5 children today have 12 degrees.
Wow.
One of them is internationally famous. Those of you who don't know it, I'm the father of the inventor of Viagra. And my son is the leading prostate cancer surgeon and colon cancer surgeon in the United States.
Wow.
And indeed, he was the doctor designated by Hopkins to be the doctor for the royal family of Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
And so forth. But he's quiet and meek like I try to be. And you think he's just a high school principal. Indeed, he has a second phenomenal patent dealing with removal of the entire cancerous bladder, where you can take a part of your large intestines and transpose it without creating the need for a colostomy bag.
Wow.
And I was just a little humble boy. But I had a school teacher who praised me and encouraged me. And when I got to the 2nd grade, she used me as a teaching assistant for the 1st grade. And when I got to the 2nd grade, she had me doing teaching assistant for the 2nd and 3rd grade. So building a sense of self-worth, a sense of achievement, a sense of value of the human life and potential is what I've devoted my life to. And indeed, when I reached maximum retirement, 2 ladies, Marion Wright Edelman and Hillary Clinton, said, well, Judge Burnett says you don't have to worry about your financial security and you reach maximum retirement. Why don't you retire early from the bench as a full-time judge? And I did when I could have served another 10 or 15 years. But to take on the mission of improving the quality of life for our children. Indeed, going to this place, it reminded me that in that capacity, I was a community relations judge for the school system in the District of Columbia. And one occasion, I got an invitation to talk to kids in the Head Start program, and like Sesame Street. I went to that school and I sat on the floor on a rug with my black robe on with the kids circled around me, talking about the value systems they should develop and respect for each other and what they can achieve. And it was one of the most significant experiences in my life. There's a lot other that I can tell you also. But what I want to emphasize right now is that I spent my early part of today writing a letter to a gentleman named Mitch McConnell and another gentleman named Paul Ryan, and in connection with the Affordable Care Act, saying that whatever amendments and reforms they develop, the most important for the future of this nation is the early childhood adjustment. I remember being at a conference, matter of fact, I was a sponsor of it, moderated, where Marion Wright Edelman at Haley Farm had a woman named Janet Napolitano talk about when a single mother gives birth and it's not a stable family situation, we ought to have a social worker visit within 1 week of that child is taken home. And if that mother's current skills are not up to par, we should initiate a social worker to bring that mother up to par, and we should look for the father so that that child between 0 and 3 is formed in character and personality, that that child develops a sense of self-worth. Indeed, Bill Raspberry, a noted black reporter, once told me that the most important thing in dealing with children is praise, reward, incentives. Tell them they are good and they can achieve, they can be anything they want to be. And combining those 2 things, Stuart, I've written as an author for the Catholic Church on how to effectively raise families and children. I've handled over 1,000 cases involving neglect and abuse and the problems they occurred over an 8-year period serving as the chief family judge for the Superior Court of the District of Columbia. But turning back to the issue, Monday, my board of directors has already approved me writing a draft letter to both the Senate and the House that whatever reforms they make should be positive, and they should look at the collateral consequences of not doing it by way of the increased costs in our criminal justice system, our law enforcement system, our court system, and indeed if we deprive 24 million people of health insurance coverage over the next 10 years, we will be creating a division in this country far worse than we see today, of increased poverty, increased mental health issues, increased drug and opioid addiction issues. And the money they are saving by dealing with the child issue and children issue will mushroom into greater deficits by the volume of poverty and wealth and the divide we are creating. I'm proud to be here, and I'm proud to be your servant to make that accomplishment. Thank you.
Next, we have a certificate presentation from Assemblymember Rocky Chavez, who did have to leave, but could I have Mr. Edward Baker come forward for to receive this certificate?
All right.
And thank you again to FFCA and Judge Burnett for the work that you do. We do have another certificate presentation. Matthew 5, representing Senator Patricia Bates. Please come forward.
Thank you, Scott. Again, my name is Matthew Fine with Senator Pat Bates' office, and we were here for the groundbreaking actually just last year, and it's amazing to see how 4 walls, a roof, and a pile of dirt has turned into a true children's paradise. So we're extremely happy to be here, and we definitely want to honor Julie and all of her incredible work, because we do know that, again, education from the very beginning is so important, and Senator Bates wants to show her her appreciation for all that you do.
Thank you, Matthew. A few other